the question that we have for him today is, why is positive reinforcement so effective?
Right. Okay. So it's kind of the answer to that is like the whole science of applied behavior analysis. So
Love it.
But we'll try to pare it down to 30 seconds.
Okay.
But I guess at the most fundamental level, the reason why positive reinforcement works best to decrease behavior problems is because you're making the person actually want to behave better.
Makes sense.
Like at the very fundamental core, why do people misbehave? It's because they're getting something that they want out of it. So if you're, Mr. Discipline or whatever, and you're going to punish the person, well, that might change their behavior, right? But at the most fundamental level, you haven't changed why they're misbehaving to begin with, and you haven't made them actually want to behave differently. You've just kind of forced them, coerced them through punishment. If you're actually giving them a genuine source of motivation to want to behave better, i.e. positive reinforcement, then the whole thing, just loosely speaking, the whole thing just becomes happier and more fun, and they own it. It becomes part of how they see the world, what they value, right? Rather than just something, okay, I guess I have to do it because my teacher's going to punish me or because mom gave me a timeout or whatever it is, right? So that's kind of the sort of loosely speaking reason why. But if you want to get a little bit more technical, what it does is it gives them a particular behavior, it gives the child a particular behavior that they can do to get what they want, while making it clear that the old behavior, the misbehavior that they used to do, is not going to get them what they want. So it's a real simple choice. We liken it to two different buttons. Press the good behavior button, get everything you want in the world, and feel proud of yourself. Press the bad behavior button, and you don't. Like, the button's broken, basically. You don't get what you want.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to go around punishing someone for pressing the bad behavior button. Right. In some cases, it is justified. I'm not saying never, but the vast majority of the time, and the first line of defense and the first maybe 20 lines of defense don't need to involve punishment because they're not addressing the real issue.
And so, as a strategy for the holidays, if there was one thing that parents could take away about a way to make the holidays and this difficult, stressful time that's supposed to be happy and joyous better, right, is to find more opportunities to reinforce behavior. So anytime you catch your child doing something good, right, heap on the praise, you're right, more likely to stay on that track, and right, your child will want to continue doing it.
Right. And holidays are not the best time for teaching your kids something new, okay? They're not the best time for settling grudges between you and your child or you and your spouse. They're not the best time for worrying about how you feel about things or how other people feel about things. They're the best time to just do what works, right? Find something simple that's going to work and help your kid be happy in this situation by giving them what they want as much as possible when they're not misbehaving, obviously.
Right, obviously.
Not when they're manipulating or when they're misbehaving, but before that stuff comes up. Just give them what they want as much as possible.